Awilix has one of the highest skill ceilings in Smite, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you all of the advanced tricks I've learned in the 10 years I've been playing her, including a top secret tech that Awilix mains and top GM junglers have been keeping from you for years. I'm currently ranked in the top 10 on Awilix in Conquest, and I wanted to make this video to share my love and knowledge of this character with you all. She is so much fun and great for hard carrying, especially in lower elo brackets. This video is not going to cover the very basics, like what her spells do and what to build, but instead take a look at some of the high-level mechanics that will elevate your Awilix gameplay to the next level. The first mechanic we're going to look at is the backstep knockup. When an enemy is directly behind you, take a few quick steps backwards and then cast your 3 to knock them up. This trick is especially useful when you're being chased and can help you to escape or even turn the fight in your favor. It is extremely difficult for your opponent to counter, and they will almost never see it coming. Even in high elo games, I've caught people lacking with this trick because it's just so hard to react to, and it's also just a really flashy and fun way to outplay someone. For our next trick, we have the blink knockup. This is the bread and butter of high-level Awilix gameplay, and is a huge part of what makes her so potent. Blinking behind the enemy allows you to quickly turn around and land an easy knockup. This immediately gives you a huge advantage and is extremely useful when ganking or taking 1v1s in the jungle. With a full build late game, you can delete people before they even have the chance to react. One tip to help you confirm these is to blink right when your target casts a spell. This lets you dodge their ability, and they might be too focused on hitting you to expect it. The blink knockup is one of Awilix's most powerful tools for catching enemies off guard, and it takes some practice to land consistently. But once you've mastered it, you're going to start absolutely owning your opponents. Before I continue and show you the top secret mechanic I hinted at earlier, please like the video if you want to see more content like this. Thanks. Now, this next tech I'm going to show you is actually highly confidential information. Awilix mains have been keeping this secret for years, and exposing it could put me in serious danger. There is a way to land Awilix's knockup, even if the enemy is facing you. This can allow you to win fights that you would otherwise lose because there's essentially nothing your opponent can do about it. And I've even got messages from people accusing me of hacking after I did it to them. This mechanic alone takes Awilix from a niche counterpick to a top tier, high pressure monster in the jungle. So how do you do it? Well, firstly, you have to be in very close proximity to your target. You cannot do this trick from range. It only works from point blank. The key is to aim your 3 at the very edge of the hitbox, so the game thinks you are actually hitting them from the side. Once you've practiced it a couple times, you can land this pretty reliably by just flicking your camera to the side before firing the 3. As far as I know, this is not actually a bug or exploit, and it has been in the game since Awilix was released almost 10 years ago. It works because the game calculates the impact angle of the 3, not the casting angle, which allows you to hit the enemy's hitbox from the side if you're standing close in front of them. Here is a clip of it happening to me. As you can see, I'm clearly facing the Awilix, but since this player knows the tech, she was able to knock me up anyways. Now, you might think this is unfair, and there's definitely an argument to be made that it shouldn't be in the game, but it is, and it at least requires some skill and practice to pull off, which further adds to this character's high skill gap and gives her some insane outplay potential. Do you think this is fair and balanced? Let me know in the comments. Alright, now let's talk about immunity frames. Both Awilix's 1 and 2 grant you iframes, allowing you to completely avoid damage for a short window. With enough game knowledge, this can be used to dodge key abilities and outplay your opponent. Timing these iframes perfectly can make a huge difference and gives you another key tool to turn a fight in your favor. In this clip, I hear Thor ulting, so I hop on the cat and wait to see the ground target appear. Then I can simply jump to completely avoid his ultimate, which leads to an easy kill. This tech can be especially useful when you're trying to escape. Here are a few clips of me living at 1 HP because of a well-timed feather step. Another important Awilix mechanic is catching dashes. Everyone knows that Awilix ult can grab enemy gods as they leap away, but since her second skill is a cripple, you also have a reliable tool for catching dashes. This puts your opponent in a really tough spot and can help you to confirm kills that might have got away otherwise. It requires some practice and a fast reaction time, but once you can predict when they're going to dash, you can just hold your 2 forever until they try and cast it. Here are a few more examples of me catching dashes. The next thing I want to cover is your ability to feather step at range. You can set up for your 2 using any of your other abilities, which can allow you to flip the enemy even if they're out of range of your basics. This applies best to your 3rd skill as it has the most range, and flipping off of the 3 can help you catch enemies off guard or close the gap if they're running away. One key tip I have for this is to basic attack the air so that you can still flip for maximum damage. Here are a few clips where the enemy just barely gets out of range, but I was able to do the big feather step by autoing the air. Now let's talk about the range knockup. When using your 3 at range, you'll want to aim towards the back half of the enemy's hitbox. This will allow you to more easily knock them up if you're on their side, and can be especially useful when pulling someone over a wall, which will often catch them off guard and give you a huge fighting advantage. The next trick is highly situational, but can be extremely valuable. After you knock someone up, you can quickly move away before ulting to increase the distance you pull them. This can be used to pull them further away from their team, or even make them take an extra tower shot. Here are a few examples of me using this mechanic to pull the enemy into my tower, making them an easier kill. One of the most important things as an Awilix player is being aware of your teammates' knockups. Hovering a corner or waiting behind a wall can allow your teammate to easily set up for your ult without the enemy knowing. Similarly, you will also need to know when the enemy is going to jump. If you are too far out of range, you can blink to help close the distance. This can help you catch someone trying to escape, or even save your teammate at the last moment. This next tip is especially useful when you're chasing down an enemy. If someone is running away from you and they hear you summon Suku, the first thing a good player is going to do is change their movement to try and juke your leap. Instead of jumping immediately, hop on the cat and wait a second to see if they backstep into you. Once you've mastered each of these tips and tricks, you can chain them together for some really cool outplays. Awilix is one of the most fun gods in Smite, and her high skill gap means there is always something to learn and improve. Even if you don't plan on maining her, she's definitely a character you want in your god pool because her unique ultimate makes her super strong in the right draft. Awilix is extremely good for climbing the rank ladder in general, and I hope that I've helped you better understand the intricacies of her kit so that you might give her a try yourself. And that's it. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and leave a comment letting me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching. See ya.